Alright, and we're back for let's see, part 2 of the Ekir dungeon. And I think we're up to like part 6 or, no, we're at like 7 for the actual playtest. I'm trying to clip them at 3 hours, that way my YouTube uploads aren't too long. And we're at level 9 and almost a half. And we've been grouping in Ekir here with these fine people. We've got Anthril the Spellblade here. We've got Solar the Rogue, Soda Ranger the Ranger, and Waluval is a Druid. Then I'm the Necro, and we have Wolfrin, who's probably pushing close to the highest level person on the server right now, I'm guessing. And he is a Ranger level 12. Because when I do a /who 13 all, I don't get any returns, it's just Anons. When I do a 12 all, there is just Fex and Wolfrin. Fex took part in the GM event, the GM quest event, so he's probably not getting close to 13, and I'm thinking Wolfrin is close to 13. And what I've been doing is just giving my mana away to the healer to keep the chain pulls going. And the guys are doing really good on just dishing out damage. I'm keeping the healer going, and Wolfrin is doing a lot of pulling. So I just pretty much dump my mana bar into the healer's mana bar. Like this. And then I can just med and use my pet for DPS. And you can see now Waluval, the druid, is our main healer. He's doing well on mana, so then that means that the puller can continue to pull. And I've also been shooting some good like action shots for a YouTube recap video, so that's why you see me doing a lot of this. I wanted to get one of him casting. I've pretty much got good shots of everybody in this group, and we're thinking that we may be among the only players on this playtest who have actually come to this zone and like done anything in it. Sure, a few other people may have come in here. Oh wow, he's got a bunch of guys. He's got 3. Let's get some Waluval casting here. There we go. Do it again. There we go. And I'm trying to balance like not being a crappy group member with, hey, I want to get good footage. I want to get Anthril casting as well. Let's see. Ah. There we go. Halfling looks like Mega Man. I was trying to catch him. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. That's funny. Yeah, the comments are like, safe to say there's no name spawns in here yet, or it's an insanely rare placeholder. And it seems like it's a work in progress. Like, there's a side over that way that's like empty. We went through like the whole cave system. There's a cave system that kind of wraps up this way and goes back up into the Ashira side, and there's nothing in there. And I'm still KOS to the Ashira behind us, even though we've killed a ton of these goblins. I like that too, Kevin, because we're gonna be able to see kind of the progress when I come back on the next playtest. Oh, my Lich spell. Yeah, we actually went all the way up there to to that area. And they are like redcon mobs and they're casters. And we almost got wrecked by a redcon. Like it was, I'm not gonna say it was extremely close, but it was starting to get pretty dicey. Am I gonna try a different class? I don't know. Uh, I kind of think I need to get a different perspective, but it's also good that I'm getting up. If they release, it depends. We'll say this. If they release more zones that are in like the 10 to 20 range, probably not, and I'll just keep going to like the higher level areas and focus on that being the content that I make, because being that I'll be like level 10 by the end of this. Uh, and I would say a lot of people, let's see, how many 10s are there? There's only 8 level 10s online out of 158 players. There's only 10 level 11s and 2. Oh, Wolfrin's level 13. I think Wolfrin is the highest character on the server. So there's going to be plenty of other people making content about this class or that class. And I think I'll stick more to like getting into the tippy top higher level zones like I have here. And oh, Soda Ranger just got 10. And we're like halfway to 10. So I'd rather show off like the latest and greatest or like the highest level stuff versus go slog my way through to level 10 on another class and then be kind of behind. Looks like there's no friends list yet, so I'll just have to remember that Wolfrin, best XP farm on the server rate. I mean, it's pretty good. Wouldn't want to relevel either, and you're only level 6. Yeah, I think I'd rather show the progression of one class than do multiples. Because you only have so much time. Sorry, my girlfriend's like... She's putting up shoes, and she has shoes with bells on them. Usually don't like playing alpha or beta for that reason. Yeah, you only get so much time, so it's like, what? How do you use your time wisely? And then as a content creator, like, it's how do I make content that is relevant and stands out. And I think this is a good way coming to a place like this, because later on, you know, there's going to be people watching on YouTube and they're gonna see like, oh shoot, they went to that zone. What was in there? And there will be multiple minutes worth of video, even on my recap of us like kind of running around in here. Because there's probably hours upon hours of footage of the shaded dunes and Night Harbor and all that, but there's not probably a lot of footage of this. I wouldn't be surprised if like Nathan Napalm and then because they like to go to like the hardest places or whatever if they didn't do something like this as well, but there's definitely less of this than there is of like running around Night Harbor. I wonder what that there was a bard on last night that was like grinding hard. I was joking that they were going for world first. They were the highest level out there at one point. But Wolfrin, I don't even know if this guy slept. I wouldn't be surprised if he said he didn't sleep. That is so degenerate. I want to see what he says. I mean, look at him. He's on go. He's a Chad. Look at him. He kills one thing and he just goes straight out. He's got no chill. I would understand if the game was live, but for an alpha testing, it's not even alpha technically. I got corrected in my YouTube. I said something about alpha, and somebody was like, "Well, actually," I was like, "All right, dude, whatever you want to call it." Oh, we're getting a shaman, and the mobs are starting to green out for Wolfrin. These guys are talking about running back to town. Dang, I wanted to hit 10. Anthril hit 10, and then I wanted to call it. Hopefully they don't decide to cut it off. Although I mean nine's not bad. It's like you said, it's an alpha, pre-alpha. What is the difference? I don't know what pre-alpha versus alpha. I mean this is like the game plays, and it not only does it play, like these classes have like full up uh toolkits. I would expect if it was an alpha, like each class might have 2, 3 spell or pre-alpha, whatever. It's always been alpha beta, yeah. If it's not in beta yet, it's alpha, yeah. And like this is I wouldn't say like close to beta yet, but I don't know. I feel like calling it a proof of concept, it might just be a way to kind of like meter expectations. But for me, like expectations have been exceeded. Oh, yeah, it's looking like we're gonna probably call it here. He's saying his wife's getting antsy that oh yeah, I pre-gamed this with my girlfriend. I was like, hey, this weekend is gonna be kind of it's gonna be me stuck in front of a computer, but Wolfrin's like, keep pulling. Because Anthril is like, yeah, my wife's getting antsy, so he's like, all right, we'll keep pulling. I'm like, dang. He is. He's hooked. I'm getting good experience in here though. This is the spot to go, starting at about 8, I would say. He just disappeared. Apparently, there's a slash go home command. I didn't know about that. I had to wait till I got a gate spell. That's a free gate right there. Wonder where it took him. Oh, it took him to his bind and he's bound right outside, but at least it gets him out of here. Yeah, it's been a good playtest, and like I said, it has exceeded the expectations for what I would think, especially for a game that's not taking any funding. And I think I don't know if they're going to ask for funding or not, but I think they're smart to do it this way and like showing people, hey, we have something, it's working. It's not vaporware, and there's not just something. It's like there's quite a bit here. And then that way later on, if they do say, hey, we're opening it up to donations, like uh, people aren't going to be like, oh gosh, here it comes. I popped into Sean's stream when he restarted, and he was talking about the payment. What did he say? I'm curious. I've been trying to kind of catch up with, because he's the source of news, and I've been trying to catch up with his streams and watch them when I have time, so I can know more about the game. Likely going to be a subscription based model with a price you'd expect. That's kind of, yeah, I would be surprised if you said anything but that. And I would feel like anybody who plays this game, knowing what it is and knowing what they're going for, is going to want anything other than just a flat subscription. I don't even know if they'd be willing to do like a cosmetic cash shop or anything. Like they may just say no cash shop. He has made it clear He has no intention of rewarding people for paying more. Yeah. Yeah, if they did a cookie jar thing, I would throw some extra bucks in there just to like be like, hey, this is good. I have no problem with putting a little extra towards these kind of projects whenever they clearly show like they've earned it, I guess. And he said, let's see, he's hesitant to opening up donations. Yeah. I was talking about it on stream on my last video about how, from what I understand and from what I'm seeing, it's like this is a game made by gamers, and it's made by some people who sat down and really gave like a lot of thought to the state of the MMO genre and the market, how it's like languished in basically really bad business practice or predatory business practices. Um, I don't even get excited for like new MMO releases anymore. Like New World, everybody was excited. I was just like, yeah, whatever. It's gonna suck. I already know it. Um, because I already know what they're gonna do. Like we already know what's gonna happen. Like I could basically tell you it's gonna have a cash shop. It's gonna be predatory. But yeah, these guys sat down and they went, okay, what's wrong with this whole thing, and how do we do it different? And essentially, they're not really even doing it different. They're just doing it the way it used to be done before everything started to suck. It's kind of crazy that a lot of people like cash shops. I didn't know that. I guess, yeah, I'm kind of speaking from my own perspective. I think it's an insult when I log into a game and they don't even let you get in the game before they slap a cash shop in your face. Look at WoW. Yeah, it's that damn unicorn. I paid for it too. What was I thinking? I'm part of the problem. They're like, yeah, it's going to charity. I was like, oh, it looks cool and it's going to charity. Okay. And then here we are. When you're a kid, you have a lot of time and not a lot of money, so you don't like cash shops. And when you're older, it's the opposite. I just think I don't want to get invested in this game if it's going to start making me want to spend more than I should on it. And so for me, like, I try to, I look at games like $1 an hour is kind of how I meter it. So, and it probably needs to be adjusted for inflation at this point. But if I buy a game for $5 and I don't play it for 5 hours, then I feel like I made a bad purchase. I rarely buy games for $60. I can probably count on one hand the amount of games I've bought for $60 in the last 5 years. My best friend bought thousands of gold on WoW Classic. See, that's why I made a hunter, because I was like, I know hunters are the farming class, and I don't want to farm or be broke, so I made a hunter, and then I did that on like private servers, and then just carried that over into WoW Classic, and so I never needed money. Although you could say it was kind of pay to win because I did pay for 4 accounts so I could do summons, and I would clear Dire Maul and then summon people to Dire Maul. The Goblin Works, what's up? Those 2 microtransactions made more than the entirety of StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty. No kidding. That's crazy. What was the other one? So I remember I bought the unicorn. It was kind of like the horse armor. You guys remember when you saw the horse armor on Oblivion? Like I remember getting Oblivion and playing it and seeing that they were advertising that horse armor, and I was like, what is this? Because it was like so new at the time. I was like 13. Oh man, I'm old. Get him. We need to get more shots of Wolfrin. Back up, Wolfrin. Oh boy. Yeah, that is insane though. If you can just release a mount, which takes an astronomical fraction, if that's the right terminology, uh, of time to make, and you can get more than a game where you have to pay for voice acting and all these assets to be made, and that's nuts. Story writers, or I can plop a dude in front of a computer for a few hours and be like, just make us a mount with some cool animations and make it look neat with cool textures and particle effects. Kevin says he pays 20 bucks for gold and says this takes me 1 hour to make working. It would take me multiple hours to farm. I mean, there's a case to be made there. It's not the logic is there. For me, it kind of boils down to like principle, where if I'm paying for things in a game, like, am I really playing the game at this point? But given all the negative connotations with cash shops, like I could see not even like the devs not even entertaining like even a cosmetic cash shop. But yeah, exactly. Like, so then now you start kind of getting into that territory of like, yeah, you if you can't get it in the game, I don't know. And also it blurs the lines. So here's something else. When you have a cosmetic cash shop in an MMO, it blurs the lines between what you got in the game and what you just paid for, right? And so how many times on like old MMOs did you walk through a city and you saw that awesome level 60 dude with his sweet raid gear and you were like, "Whoa, this guy must be like an awesome player. He must have put so much time into the game and he's, got a good raid team, a good guild and they're in killing all these dragons and getting this good loot." But when you throw a cosmetic cash shop in, now all of a sudden you can look like that without earning that really. You just swipe your card and now you look just like the guy who killed the dragons. The Goblin Works, we're not entertaining the thought. It's antithetical to our goals of progression. We don't want to devalue. Exactly, it devalues your content. I forgot you were. I didn't know actually if you. I've seen you on YouTube. I didn't know if you worked on the game or what you did. But yeah, cool. Welcome to the stream and thanks for sharing your thoughts. Normally I have a webcam up and I have overlays and all that on here, but I'm just trying to record footage for a video right now. We're getting Wolfrin here, who's I think the highest level player on the server. So I'm trying to get some good shots here and there and also not completely hose my group by not helping out with things. Luckily the Necromancer is good for this because I can just dump my mana bar onto the healer here and then just med. But yeah, it devalues your content because now, like I said, you got. Did you pay for that or did you earn it? That's kind of the question whenever you see somebody. What a goblin, yeah. Or what a G. Okay, I get it, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to still be helpful, but I've been getting some good shots because I learned on the last playtest where I left my overlay up and I left my webcam down here in the corner and then trying to make videos off of that. It looks so like uh, hacky, I think is the right word. And for my next video, I'm gonna go for something a lot more like entertainment value versus I've talked a lot about the game and like what you guys are doing and why I think it works and why I think people want it now, probably more than ever. But I don't need to talk about that on this one. I had a lot of fun on this playtest, and it's just going to be a fun video for a fun time. Let's see, I'm 80, I think I'm 80%. Coming up on 80% to 10. I need to start looting, though. I'm not... Oh, I don't have any room. Oh, I can give that to my pet. No, no. There we go. I thought somebody was going to take it. It's all good if they did. No big deal. Take the side, pet. It says there's enemies around. We'll keep trying. There we go. I know. Oh, that's. Oh, did I give him the wrong sigh? It's a damn. Whoops. I thought it was the great sigh. I gave him the damage 5. Like, oh no. Hopefully, pets are programmed to like take the higher value, like they are in. I think they are in EQ. If I remember right, that's how that works. If their fists are better, then they just act as if they're still using their fists. I know they do it with speed. Actually, I don't know if they do it with damage. Did you guys get Goblin Works? If you're still here, what would you say? And if you don't want to comment, I totally understand. Was it a good playtest? Stream for 7.5 hours. I'm hooked. Me too. I streamed 10 hours yesterday. That's why I'm actually like, I'm gonna hit 10 and like do some vendor questing and then probably call it. Even though I want, like, part of me wants to just rock this thing all the way till the end, but I just don't know if I have it in me because 10 hours yesterday in front of the computer and talking the entire time. Like, I got in bed last night and I was, like, physically tired from sitting in front of a desk. But I had so much fun doing it. Need a break. My body feels broken. Yeah, exactly. That's, like, kind of where I'm at. That's why I'm going to hit 10, and then I'm like, oh. Try to spend some time with my girlfriend. I've neglected her this weekend. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop, stop, pet. Almost tab targeted him onto something. Yeah, hopefully it was a good playtest. I don't know what your guys' like metrics were or what goals you were trying to hit, but hopefully you hit them. I know for me, I've already exceeded as far as I thought I would go. I didn't expect to get past level 8. And then coming out here to tell Ekir was good. I elected to do this instead of the GM event that they ran a couple hours ago. Let's see, are there any other 13s? No, Wolf he's leading the way. Let's get some more shots of Wolf. Let's get it over the shoulder. Yeah. Nice. I got hooked up yesterday. We wiped on the 3rd floor of the tomb, and I was like, this is it. I'm going to end up begging on the streets in Night Harbor to try to get some money to buy a spell book, just so I can at least summon a pet to help me get some money to replace all my gear. And my client crashed, so then I'm like, oh great, this is even worse, because now probably the rest of the group is getting further ahead of me, and I don't know if they're going to drag my body out. And then I got back in, and Zukin summoned all our bodies to the top of the tomb, and I was like, oh, thank you. And then those guys, like that group was like, all right, let's head back in. And I was like, Zukin said, he's like, I'm not doing it again. And I was like, nope, I'm not going in. Like, not to throw shade on that group, but they were really eager to go as far in there as they could, and I was like, how much longer until we run into a named mob that like totally wrecks us? So I didn't want to look a gift horse in the mouth and end up without a body again. So that's when I ran into Wolfrin shortly after that, and then he's a lot more conservative and like, hey, let's scout, let's find a spot without pops, let's camp. It's like that group, they were just good with camping where there was pops, and I was like, hey, if we walk like 8 feet this way, there won't be pops, and they were like, nobody listened, and I was like, ah, whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty well hooked on the game as well. I can't wait for the next playtest. I can't wait until it's like live and I don't have to uh plan around it. That's what I'm looking forward to. I've learned my lesson. I banked my money. I bought a second book. I bought extra spells. We pushed our luck too, and now I know better. Yeah, I'm what I expect people will do, they're gonna have backup spell books, and if they can't afford a full spell book, they will do like CR spell books. That's kind of what I plan to do. So buy a couple extra books, throw like Invis, maybe a pet if you need it. Just the bare minimum that you need to like gate, all that, feign death, just to get in and get your body and get out. But it's really cool that who's so I gotta ask since you're here and you don't have to answer once again. I'll just that's a blanket statement, but whose idea was that? Because when I saw that, a lot of people are like taken aback. They're like, "What the hell is this? Why does my spellbook drop?" And I was over here like, "Yeah, because that's a mud mechanic. That's how it worked in Toral Mud. That's how it worked in Sojourn and Durus Mud. And those are the muds that basically set the framework for what we're all doing right now." So when I saw it, I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, I get it. Like, no spellbook when you die." I used to have to, when I would die on Durus Mud, go back to the bank, get a new spellbook. So I'm curious whose idea it was, and if it was because they had played those old muds. The only difference is on Durus Mud, you memorize the spells. You didn't have to buy the spells. I think Nick, Ollie, Sean, probably Nick. He's been keen on the banked book meta. Yeah, I wonder if they played those muds or if it's just was almost like a new old idea, if that makes sense. Like they had the idea and it was something that they just weren't sure or didn't know that it was in another game at some point. I think it would be cool because I noticed it's called like trainee spellbook. What if you could get a spellbook that has a buff like stats on it or um like maybe gives you 5% discount on alteration or 5% discount on whatever spell line or some int or something. That'd be really cool. I'm sure that's something they're at least talking about, at least thinking about. Because, like, how cool would that be? Or make it like a conjure spell book. All pets summoned with spells from this book have 10% more health or something. That would feel like that would be such a cool upgrade. I'd take that over like a helmet or a shoulder pads any day if it was like, yeah, your nukes are 5% more effective if they're memmed from this book. I just need to save some money so I can actually have some money to bank a spellbook because I am broke. Clip it. Nice little efficiency. You mean clip that me talking about that? I feel like it would work well with like efficiency. It couldn't be too like huge. You know, you don't want to go crazy. Clip it and send it to the Discord. Yeah, that's a good idea. You don't want to go too crazy on it, but I feel like if somebody knows how to clip, I'm kind of struggling here. If somebody knows how to clip that, us talking about that, uh, please do. Otherwise, and if not, it's fine. I'll figure it out once I'm done here. Yeah, I feel like you wouldn't want to go too crazy, but like an efficiency type thing, kind of like how what in EQ you had like the shovel. There was a few things in EQ that gave like efficiency. $40. Okay, got it. Just giving my mana away. One other thing I'm kind of curious about is how they're gonna balance the kind of the necromancer group role with the fact that mage pets now have like group buffs as well. Specifically the water pet, because I noticed the water pet has a mana regen flat across the board for the whole group, um, which kind of invalidates the necro ability to like give away mana. But if it's balanced right, it would be like it would be cool to have a group pet or a group buff pet. But I feel like the necro needs to be more needs to be able to give away more mana than that pet can give, if that makes sense. Not saying my class needs a buff, but necros in groups traditionally just kind of that's kind of their role is like they give away mana. Like one of the reasons why I haven't been nuking a whole lot, although these guys are blue, was all my spells were getting resisted. I was like, okay, I'll just give away mana, and then the melees, you know, give it to the healer, and then the melees can do damage. But what I really like is how the Necro already feels like a Necro at level 8 or even level 4 versus in EQ they feel like a crappy mage till later, much later. Like level 24 or 29 is when the Necros actually start picking up steam. And I noticed that with a lot of the classes where they get a lot of their signature moves earlier, which is great. That's a huge uh bonus, and I think it makes it a lot more enjoyable. Like a ranger shouldn't be waiting till level 39 to get like Spirit of Wolf or whatever. Like to me, that's like way too long. Oh wow, he's getting really far out there. Oh my gosh. Oh no, that was close. I keep trying to duck cast. I don't think there's a duck button, or if there is, I haven't found it. There we go. Yeah, super excited to like watch where this goes. It's been as soon as I found out about this, I was like, oh really? Somebody was like, hey, I was streaming just Project 1999. And somebody was like, have you heard about Monsters and Memories? Are you gonna try that? And as soon as I started reading about it, I was like, oh yes, definitely. And I like how the game is paced very similarly to EQ. Like I don't know how they replicated that, but oh no, Soda Shaman's not getting experience. He's too low. That was right before the last playtest. It was right before the November, like the first one in November. I was streaming and somebody, I can't remember who, had asked if I was gonna jump in on the next playtest on Monsters and Memories, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And then I started watching some videos about it, and I was like, yeah, definitely. Because like you said earlier, Kevin, like just having like the new world to explore alone, and especially because it's built in such a classic way, to where the world feels dangerous and things actually matter, like dying matters. So just having a whole new world to explore is just super awesome. And you know what I love too? I love the mud commands, like the looks, and there's like 7 or 8 of them, or maybe more, different commands that you can do like to interact with the environment. And how awesome is that? Like one of the things I loved about Durus Mud when I was playing it was I would go to explore this mud. It was like a 25, maybe 30-year-old mud, and I would go to some zones and try to do quests that I'm like, I'm pretty sure nobody has been in this zone in like 20 years. Like, and it would be really cool to do kind of similar on this. Not in that they haven't been in the zone, but uh, nobody's like nobody's ever solved this quest. I think that guy. So the shaman gated out, and I'm still hearing his gate. I'm gonna have to log. Oh goodness, I'm like I need to be giving mana to the healer, and I'm like sitting down. Okay, I gotta I'm gonna camp out this bug. I don't know why he's pulling. There's like healer's got no mana. That's a known bug. Yeah, it's all good. I thought it was really funny yesterday. There was somebody complaining about the loading times on the zone. I was like, you should ask for a refund. Like they said something about how they were gonna donate $100, but now they weren't, and I was like, oh, I guess I camped out. I thought I canceled my camp, but I must not have. Hopefully I don't log in and we're all dead. Yeah, he was like, oh, I was gonna donate $100, but these load screens take too long, and I was like, come on, man. Like, really? It's a playtest of a very early development build of a game. Eth, the mother of Eth-Ur and its sibling moons, is the sun at the center of our system. I really like this too. I really like how there's already like a cosmology and the lore was built from like an origin story. Like we're not starting smack dab in the middle of it of like, okay, there's humans and they're fighting the goblins. No, we're starting from the very beginning. Like there's gods, this is what the gods did. Other other games like World of Warcraft is a good example. Their lore, the lore for WoW started with Warcraft 1 where Bill Roper, their voice actor, literally made stuff up for the mission like briefings. I'm going to mute that while we log this back. We don't take that donation money. Yeah, exactly. I just don't know how you could get on. Like, you didn't pay money for this to begin with. How could you get on here and then like send a paragraph long text to the whole zone about something that screams like I'm the main character? I like the loading screen artwork too. There's been a couple of them that I've been like kind of captivated by, like really curious, like where is this? How do I get there? It was funny one time I got stuck at the loading screen and the loading screen text was something about like patience, like the motto of some nation was like something about, some anecdote about patience. We were getting really close to level 10. I wonder if I'd have done the reset UI if it would have cleared that sound. But I've been playing all weekend, and this is the first time I've run into that bug. So there, you guys can listen to some Skyrim tavern music while I wait through the loading screen. I thought it was interesting too how I can't remember who it was that said they were going to be adding player housing, and it was going to be like right there in Night Harbor. Those houses are going to be worth a mint. I'm going to be I'm a goblin, so it's in my blood, but I'm going to be like a Night Harbor real estate mogul. I'll buy up all the houses. I'll be a slumlord. Ollie or Harrison. Yeah, I'm still getting kind of familiar with who all does what, or who's who. I feel like Ollie is the one doing the a lot of the programming, right? Especially like with the classes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I've heard his name in relation to the classes. And I also think I caught like during one of Sean's streams that essentially this got started because a few people were like, "Hey, we can make a game and we can make it better." If loading takes too long, maybe a reset is worth it. Yeah, I can just kill the I'm just going to kill the client and reload it. I'm wondering if it crashed. Let's see. There it is. Hopefully my group didn't die. I'm still in Telekir, so that's good. Or wait, I camped out. Never mind. I was thinking, when you go link dead and then you get back to the character select screen and it says that you're in another zone and you're like, wait a minute. I didn't log out in that zone. There we go. Now I can't hear anything though. Let's see. Sound effects are up. Hmm. Guess we're going without sound. I have the ambient sound. I can hear. Oh wait, there. I heard somebody jump. I'm just not hearing spells. Oh, everybody could hear the audio. That's interesting. I thought it was just a me thing. They're all logging out. Oh, that's funny. Oh well, it gives you all something to do, as if you don't have enough to do. I think it's funny we have only goblins and we have anything but goblins. I actually offered to invite people to only goblins on US West, but was respectfully declined. And I get it. I think his name's Chinny. Was like, yeah, I don't want if something gets out of hand on that server, I don't want to be like associated with that. And I was like, ah, yeah, I can respect that. Like that makes sense. I don't want to be like, this is the brand that I've built, and then someone on another server starts ruining it, and I'm not even there to see it. So definitely made sense. Wonder how much it is to start a guild. I might need to look into that. That's a pretty funny meme though. These are the kind of things you get like when games are like brand new and it becomes almost like part of the lore in a way. That's the other cool thing about being here like at the beginning is like all the stories and the like, oh dang, remember whenever this happened or that happened way back in playtesting. And that's also a big reason why I've been streaming so much of it. Because it'd be cool to have it like documented for later. So people can see like this is what it was like when it was brand new, when you had to log out because people's spells would cause annoying ringing in everyone's ears. Probably should have caught the GM event, but I wanted to come here instead. Dang, Soda Ranger's having like a tough time. He used Unstuck and it put him on another side of the zone. So yeah, now I don't hear my own spells, but at least I don't hear the ringing. GM event was hard. That's kind of what I was thinking. That's actually why I elected to do this. When I read the announcement and they were talking about how you were gonna have to evade mobs and so on, I was like, oh yeah, like I don't want to have to like go on a nasty corpse run to the bottom of the tomb or wherever it takes you. Oh, now I can hear my spells. I think I've had that bug earlier, and it like fixes itself after a while. I think it happened to me last night. And now like my curiosity is kicking in. I'm like, I wonder what causes it. Oh, is that it? Does this spell just not have a sound effect? And I just never noticed. I wonder if that's it. The let's see, Mind Surge. But yeah, I'm surprised there's not more people out here. What are like all the other level 11s doing? There's Sungreet, Shaded Dunes. And there's plenty of other stuff out there. Yeah, shaded dunes. I think that's probably where most people are leveling. And then we few decided to come all the way up into Telekir. That's I love that about these kind of games though. When you don't have like a Hearthstone, when you drop stuff, when you die, all of a sudden your game world feels a lot bigger. And when you're really deep in a dungeon, you actually feel like you're deep in a dungeon because you can't just be like, I want to go home now. People get more committed to each other too. Like if you notice earlier, you know, we were kind of talking about do we want to leave? How close are people to leveling up? You know, all of a sudden, people treat each other better. And why do they treat each other better? Because the game is harder and it makes you treat each other better. You don't want to have a bad reputation and never get invited to groups or whatever. So when the game is more difficult, the community, I think, just inherently, not always, I won't say this is 100% fact across the board, but in a game like this where there's a lot of cooperation going on, all of a sudden people start treating each other better because you need each other. And how great is that? Like games that have community problems, take note. Oh, there we go. There's level 10. That is probably as far as I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick around so I don't ding and leave because, like I said, we treat each other better, right? I'm not just gonna be like, oh, ding 10, uh, and I'll say I got about 30 minutes if you want to look for a replacement. Exactly. Right? That's that etiquette. Yeah, if you don't want to get invited back, go ahead and just be like, oh, cool, ding, I'm leaving. Especially if you're like for me as a necro, it's really not that big of a deal. But like if you're like the druid, if the druid left right now, this group would not work very well. Like we'd be kind of struggling along to just get some goblins down and get a little bit of experience. Only low levels LFG right now. I didn't know I wasn't a low level. Let's see. What do these guys need? They need like we got 2 melees. Trying to think who I could just start spamming to ask if they want to come out here. Honestly, it might be kind of hard to find people to come all the way out here. Dang, this guy says he's been playing for 24 hours. That's crazy. All right, we need to get a few more action shots before we call this. But I think I'm gonna so even though I'm sticking around for 30 more minutes, I'm gonna have to hit a be right back screen because my eyeballs are floating. So I'll be. Alright, I'm back. Have a good one, Goblin Works, if I didn't catch you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for providing some insights. Let's see. Solar's halfway to 10. They're kind of talking about where people are at again. It says, you know, it might be worth going to that excavation site now. Those beetles are probably white. Interesting. He's going for world first. Oh yeah, he's sweaty. He's the only 13, and I don't know what. So it shows Anons, but like if I do 14 all, it'll show those Anons. I could do probably 50 all, and it's gonna show those Anons plus these guys, the niche world guys. Yeah, I think Wolfrin is ready to go somewhere else because these are greening out to him. But yeah, I'll still be streaming Mr. Best Friend and doing the solo self-found. I just think I'm gonna focus on getting a video out for this in the coming days. But what I don't want to do is rush it because there's a lot. Like 34 hours. This is, 7, 8, 9 times more time than we had on the last few playtests, I think. Oops, bad necro. Not even sending my pet out. Here we go. Over the shoulder. I like it whenever they get the shot of the goblins dying right there, like that one. That was a good one. Let's get some Solar over the shoulder here. Try to get their name in there so later on they can be like, oh, cool. If they ever see the video. He keeps backing up, though. There, that's a good shot. Nice. Yeah, baby. Let's see, they're probably talking about something. Whenever you're ready to leave, can we leave to the safe part of the canyon and rebind? Don't bind me. Was that Austin Powers? Yeah, it was a really bad Austin Powers. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, this is such a cool looking zone. Oh. I know last night I like kept getting behind because I was taking shots of the canyon as you head up and all that. Ooh, that was a good one. I remember borrowing that movie from a friend and watching it on my 14-inch 2-in-1 TV VCR. I love it. I had one of those too. Had to watch it at midnight because your mom wouldn't let you watch it. Yeah. My parents were kind of weird. Like they would let me watch some things but not others. Like I was sorry, Dad, if you ever watch this, but like my my dad let us watch like Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, but I couldn't play the video game Diablo. But I think it was for like religious reasons. But like Billy Madison, my dad didn't care. My mom did. That was a fast loading screen. That was the fastest loading screen all weekend. Yeah, I think it's a good time for me to head out. Good luck on World First. We were camped out here last night. This is like it has a very Orc Hill vibe to it. Like we parked right here and then we pulled from all these camps. It's really been this whole playtest has been a great adventure. The only reason why I'm helping or I'm sticking around just for another minute is you've got these guys here. So I didn't want him to have to run out even though he's got invis, so yeah, this is there several different spots that we hit over the course of this weekend. I don't think that dagger's worth much. See y'all next time. All I need to do is, and I'll leave the stream up for it, but I'm going to head back and I'm going to vendor everything and see how much money I have. Actually, one thing I'm going to do too, I know this is one more thing, right? Like, I want to go look at what's down here real quick because I didn't finish exploring this area. And if you missed this, Am Kevin last night, I posted the video on my YouTube and then it's on Twitch. Obviously, the this canyon here like opens up to a really cool spot here in just a minute. One more thing until you get booted off. I mean, if I wanted to, I could be on here till I think 9 p.m. my time, but I just don't have it in me. I'm not built like Wolfrin. That dude's gonna be like level 16 by the time this thing shuts off, maybe higher. It'd be interesting to see how high you can go. Are the GMs gonna spawn in mobs just for Wolfrin? Because everything else is greened out. Oh, I got a robe too. He's gonna have his epic. Yeah, I got this robe. I want to zoom in closer, but you start seeing the mesh on the oh, there we go. Oh, you can kind of see the mesh. There we go. Fresh. I like how the spellbook stays on your person as well. This is what I was talking about down here. Let's see. Let's get up over here. Oh, now I can see my name? Like, that's so weird. Oh, yeah. Ooh. 5 seconds of that. You eat ration. And let's see, the mountain's kind of in the way. Let's get one with the sun, but in the corner. Let's go, let's zoom all the way in. That's a good shot right there. Wow. I wanted to look this way, but the wall's in the way. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna head down here. This is like the Lion King. Everything the light touches, Gobneck. Yeah, you basically what we have right now, or what we will have, hopefully one day, is like all of the good stuff that makes EQ what it is, with like the graphics and the polish in a new world. Like there's a river over there on the left. Last night we could see beetles walking around down there, but I can't see anything now. Oh, Night Harbor right there. That might be the thumbnail. There's Pride Rock right there in the middle. This might be the thumbnail for the video. Ooh, yeah, and then you got the castle over there on the right. Let's see, if we go up here, I want to get rid of this jagged edge. Let me do this in the way that I don't fall off, even though there's no fall damage. That's awesome. I love how you can see Night Harbor right there in the center. I think this might be the thumbnail. There's so much going on. You got Pride Rock down there, you got the water, you got Night Harbor, you got the castle up on the right. You can ever so slightly see the flag waving on that castle. Dude, that looks so good. I'm looking at it on my phone screen, and it looks so good. Thought my pet jumped off. No, pet, don't. There's so much to not be alive for. How do you say that? I was gonna say there's so much to live for, but he's dead. There's so much to be undead for. Eventually will look much different, but already looks pretty good, yeah. I had to do some things to get like I'm thinking why it's so jagged in some spots is I had to do some things to get it to get the frame rate to run a little bit better. Like I want to look back that way. Oh yeah, that doesn't look good. I want to look back that way more, but I feel like that last shot was the shot. That's a pretty good one there. I'm like an amateur monsters and memories photographer. I just love how you can see Night Harbor and the road going to it. But I like the last shot more because you had the castle on the right too. So there's like, it really piques your curiosity. Ah, no one told me there'd be mobs up here. Oh, he's red. You're ru- you're ruining my you're ruining my shots. Go away. I don't think there's fall damage. I jumped off that tower earlier. What's up here now? Now I want to know where's this guy coming from and why is he here? I'm gonna tell Wolfren. There is not fall damage. Okay. Is this a troll? What? There's there's some more battlements there. I want to get. Oh, why can't I have invis? All right. I can't really get past them. I'm not. He's gonna come back down at some point. I can't get too close to that. There's a shot. Let's just watch for him. As soon as he moves. So we're not gonna wait for him to move. All right, we're going for it. Oh, it hurts. Oh, what happened? Where am I? What's going on? Oh my gosh. Now I'm even more confused. What's that stuff over there? What zone am I in? I'm in glass flats. There's an enemy. It's a merchant. Why is there a random merchant down here? What's he doing? Wait, trade with me. Oh wait, he's a player. He's a player named Merchant. Spooky trees. They look like Minecrafty. I'm sure that's like placeholder. That's gonna be something. That's gonna be looking very different, I'm sure, at some point. If I was really brave, I would have tried to feign death past those guards. Yeah, this game it just does it. Like any game that gets you to go, I want to explore. What's that over there? Remember how I said I was gonna get off? I haven't seen any. Oh, what's this? I was just saying I haven't seen any enemies. That's a basilisk. They are redcon. Yeah, shimmering flats, exactly. I wonder what they're gonna do with this zone, because there's a whole lot of nothing out here, and like, uh, not really even places to put things unless you just want to put stuff out here on its own. Crystal Dervish. Oh, just like an EQ, the dervishes. Yeah, shimmering flats, whole lot of nothing. There was that crappy bug temple area where like I still see hardcore players die, where the bugs like run away and call for help and they like split into two or whatever. There's a good shot. I have so much good video for this. Like I could probably make two videos. Yeah, very foolish. I agree. Most of the hardcore deaths that I watch, and I guess I don't not trying to sound too elitist here. I've just played a lot of vanilla WoW. When I watch those hardcore death compilations, I'm like, why would you go there? Like, who goes to that area on a character they can't afford to lose? Well, now I kind of have to get. I have to go there. What I don't want to have happen is I don't want to die and have to run all the way back out here. So we need to have our like 360 vision going. But there's really not too many enemies to watch out for. There's a basilisk up that way. I AoE farmed until 44 on the unofficial hardcore server. What was the unofficial hardcore server? Was there like one of the servers, the era servers that people called like the unofficial hardcore? Let's sell Buccaneers. Because Turtle WoW had hardcore mode in it from like forever ago. I think that's partially, I'm not gonna say that's where they got the idea, but I think a lot of people were doing it on Turtle WoW too. There's a bat. Oh, look at that. Look at that guy. He's a big old boy. He's a big old chonker. Closest call was the Dead Mines spiral ramp. I'm so risk averse when I do the hardcore characters that I don't go anywhere I'm not comfortable. Okay, the Crystal Dervishes are KOS. The bats are non-KOS, but oh shoot, the dervishes are like really translucent, and there's one over there that I could barely see. I'm just telling Wolfrin, oh, I need to watch out because there's enemies clipping through that wall thing or whatever, and I don't want to run into an enemy I can't see. But I kind of need to run up this way. Yeah, they're floor bats. Yeah, when I play on my hardcore characters, which I haven't touched in months, I need to cancel my sub. Uh, I just do like the easiest stuff. Oh, yeah, look at that. He's like all the way in the floor. Yeah, there's a bat in the floor. We need this place. I don't know if I should be doing this. That bat in the floor scared me. I'm not even gonna go try to go close to these things because they can apparently clip into them. I just want to go to that thing. Haha. Gobnik running around out here where he shouldn't be. Who's all out here? There's 3 of us. Am I gonna come up over this dune and run into a basilisk? Yeah, no, you're right. How many times does that happen on EQ where you like go right up a dune and then you run into a madman? Or will there be a basilisk underneath the sand? They could also be inside. They could be anywhere. Or they could be inside that, this. I'm hitting tab. I'm mashing tab furiously. And nothing's showing up, so the classic EQ experience. Nailed it. Okay, I want to get a shot of that, and then I need to turn the interface on because I'm going to start hitting tab again. I'm so scared. of this sand right now. Like I'm hitting tab and nothing's showing up, but is there something like under the sand where it's not going to show up on tab? On the tab radar? There's a good shot. Almost there. Like trying to pan around and see. Yeah, it does look like tophs. Tophs with placeholder textures. Can we even get up there? This kind of reminds me of the guy who made the EQ Atlas. He did all that on like a level 19 druid. His entire life was this. I wish I had Invis. Okay, nothing's coming up on tab, so I'm gonna run up on this rock. Let's see what's over the top. Something's gonna tell me I've ruined my own lands. People have already started. Yeah, I saw on the wiki some like very rudimentary paint drawings. Gobneck is a mountain goat apparently. Just run up the side. Ah, no fall damage. I can't wait to like fully explore this game. I'll tell you what you want. You want, and I don't think it's gonna exist, but what would be really cool to have again is, do you remember? I remember people telling stories about Kanos and Freeport and how people would pay for guides to get them from Kinos to Freeport and vice versa. Like they would pay platinum to a player to take them from one place to another. Like talk about a really cool emergent type experience. Wasn't around back then, yeah. That's not a very good shot. We're gonna get all the way up there and hopefully there's not a bunch of somethings up there that want to eat us. No clue which zone was where, yeah. Is that a body? Oh, that's just a crack in the floor. It's it looks like the training zone from Street Fighter, the training level. I don't think we can get up on top of it. Eventually that's probably going to be a dungeon or some sort of like zone, I imagine. Sometimes you can just kind of jump up walls. That's actually, you read my mind. That's precisely what I was going to try. How cool would it be to get up there? I don't think it's going to happen though. Oh, look. There's somebody else out here. I think we're going to fall off if we go down there. A mountain gnome. My girlfriend's going to make chicken fried steak tonight. Get up, Gobneck. You can do it. Oh, oh, the skeleton's doing it. Pull me up, skeleton. Oh, I'm like out of stamina. You were jumping into houses and locked buildings. Oh wait, we can see through the wall here. There's nothing to see though. Oh no. I thought I was gonna fall. Oh, you can see the shadows or the tower. Oh, that looks like a good place to get stuck. How about right here? This looks promising. Oh, oh, get up. We just need to get up. Get up. Maybe I can like clip onto this. Oh, he's trying to do it. He gets on like a little ledge right there. Oh my gosh. I used to do this in WoW. Yeah, you used to be able to get into some like crazy places in WoW. I remember hearing about like oh, for 30 minutes to try to save 3 minutes of running. There was like old Iron Forge or whatever. We went up there. I'm so jealous my skeleton just does it with ease. Escalation of commitment, that's what that is. I don't think it's doable, but I want to try to like get on this ridge. But even when you're just trying to go to places out of bounds in EQ or monsters and memories, you have to sit and med. I need to get better stamina. You can see like whatever this tower is, it goes way down there. You can see. So I imagine this is going to be something that you can get into because there's clearly a box like defined there, right? Which tells me that within there you're going to have tunnels and all that. We're up. Ah, go slow. Go slow. Oh. 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 Yes. What's the right way now? This is why you waste half an hour, yeah, for that one moment. The dopamine. Okay, can we get over this? I think we need to jump, but what I'm worried about is I jump onto this and I'm gonna slide off. Nope. Oh my gosh. Get up. Get up. I need Arlie or Ermi yelling at me. Get over that obstacle. Get up there. Private Pile, why can you not get over that obstacle? We can do this. I don't think there's anything else to like get on over there. I need the boots of Spring Hill Jack. What's that? Oh, that was a good jump too. Like my skeleton is just completely defying the laws of gravity at this point. Oh, those boots from Morrowind, yeah, the ones that make you jump halfway across the continent before you fall and die. I feel like we're gonna fall right here. We're going down. Can we get over? We made it over. Oh my gosh. Why is this the most entertaining thing I've done in a long time? What is this? I want to climb it. We just need to like clip through the wall. Like in WoW. Is that just where we came from? Or are we any higher than when we started? Oh yeah, we are. Okay. Uh 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 yeah, we made it. I think we're higher than when we started. Well, we made it up here. We might as well take a selfie. That's gonna be the YouTube thumbnail, not. Let's see. The best shot is I like the sun in the corner. Well, I don't think we're gonna get it because I think this is a good piece. But if you use the rule of thirds, there's really nothing in those thirds. That's a little bit better, but I don't like how these all look like they're the same mountain. Okay, we're going on to the white boxes, most likely, unless we can get from here over to there. That's pretty too far. Probably because they are. I'm surprised that I can walk on this. That's crazy. It's just like a piece of graph paper. We're like right there. Ah. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm not stuck. I thought I was done for there. I think we're back. Oh, we were all the way around on the other side of this before. And I didn't want to jump down here because it didn't look like I could get back up. But wow, I just pretty much jumped right back up. It's like the wall texture in Night Harbor, yeah. I feel like I'm playing Guild Wars 2 again. Jump puzzles. Can we like scale this thing? Nope. I really want up there. That's what I'm thinking, Kevin. I'm like, there's gotta be a way. That's where we want to be. We want to get to the top. Just run up this. You looked like you wanted to do it for a second. Can we get on like the edge of it? That's how we got up here. We caught ourselves on like the side. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that though. Ah, the levy trick where you the reason why the levy trick works is it had to do with your frame rate. Well, I think we're pretty much. I don't think we're gonna be able to get up unless this is like a miracle right here. I was hoping maybe you could catch this ledge. My skeleton's looking down on me going, it's not a problem for me, man. I think I'm out of stamina. Yeah. Well, we made it to one kind of cool place halfway up the tower. That's a good shot there. I wonder what's beyond here. If I wasn't afraid of dying and having to run all the way out here, I would continue. And it's getting dark, so it is time. I was gonna do it. I was thinking about it. That was what that pause was. I was like, let's go. Let's go check it out, but it would just be like one more hour, and then 9 o'clock would roll around, and yeah, just end. Yeah, there's no telling what kind of cool stuff is out there, and that's why this game is so exciting. There's just so much to see. It's all new. It's new to everybody. So I'm gonna go vendor some stuff, and then I'm gonna do a quick wrap up, and then try to recover from playing and streaming 16 hours, close to 16 hours over the last 2 days. Lots of people are gonna ruin the discovery. Yeah, the wiki, like, it's just natural that like there's a wiki and people are gonna want a wiki, but it is like you're never gonna replicate OG EQ because the internet doesn't work like that anymore. The best the best case scenario is frame rate's terrible here. Best case scenario is going to be those like the first 6 months or so before the wiki is completely full. Although, I mean, it's already getting full from, or not full, but populated with info from the playtests. So really, best case scenario is just playing right now. Just play during the playtests and enjoy it. I gotta sell my goblin meat. That's all I got. Wow. What the heck am I looking at? Chonkers? Oh my gosh. I think Gobneck's got a crush. What I wonder is, will they do a playtest of a different geographic area? Like, I don't know what the overall world map is gonna look like, but are they gonna do a playtest with like another city on another continent? I think there's only one continent that they've mentioned. This has been so much fun though. Yeah, the deep. I'm super excited about the deep too. How cool is that? Like having that Underdark style. Guess what other games had that? Toral Mud and Durus Mud, as well as many other. There's many other examples too. Ooh, that's worth a silver. Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, because Underdark is part of the Forgotten Realms. That's the whole thing. Like Toral Mud, Durus Mud, Sojourn, those were all based off Forgotten Realms. And it just kind of, that DNA is in a lot of games since. I don't think I have anything else to do, so we can just kind of, we're gonna park it over here at the west gate. Am I planning on playing Baldur's Gate 3? Maybe one day, whenever it's like $15 for the whole thing plus whatever DLC on Steam, and I have the computer to run it and all that. Well, here we are, pretty much back where we started, uh, yesterday morning, and hopefully we have another playtest sometime in the near future. Oh, there I am. All right. So, yeah, let's just wrap this up real quick. So, today we streamed for about 5 hours, and then yesterday streamed for like 10. And it was a great experience getting all the way from level 3 all the way to level 10. And what did we do? We went out to the shaded dunes. We got our butts kicked by a dunes madman. We leveled up out there. Um, we met up with Wolfrin and a good group of people last night and ended up all the way up by Telekir, grouped up outside of Telekir for a while, and then today I log in. Wolfrin is going for like world first apparently, and he's in Telekir. I get an invite, and so we got a few more levels there, and yeah, wow, really great to see just how far this game is already in development. Robert Helsinki, hey man, great to see you been streaming. Will be a pleasure catching up your VODs. Oh, cool, yeah. And I've got so much B-roll footage now at this point that I can make probably 3 or 4 new videos. The last few videos that I've made have been mainly focused on like more of the like cerebral aspect of it, as far as this is what an old school MMO should do. This is what Monsters and Memories is doing. These are the design choices that I like. And the next video that I make is going to be a lot more like entertainment focused, because I had so much fun playing over the last 2 days. And I've already talked about all those other things. So now I'm going to focus more on like, I had a fun time. Let's make a fun video. So the next video is going to be probably about 10 minutes long, and it's just going to be telling the story of what we did. I'm one of the devs, and we're very thankful that so many of you guys are streaming. Yeah, thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. Uh, I'm grateful that you're making this game. It's gonna be phenomenal. I can already tell. Like I've been making videos about it and trying to get as much info out there as I can. So music is great too. Yep. What is it? Robert Ingstrand uh, is the composer, doing really good stuff there. Lots of ambient type music going on. So, but yeah, I do need to reclaim some of my weekend though, so thanks for stopping by, Robert. Kevin, thanks for being here. For those of you watching on YouTube later, I appreciate your viewership. I always like to say you got 70,000 other streams you can choose from on Twitch, and you chose mine, and I'm very humble and grateful that you chose to do that, as well as choose to spend your time watching me on YouTube as well. So this is the Amamocracy, wrapping up the 2-day Monsters and Memories playtest for myself. Oh, we got to follow. Oh, I don't have the. I'm so sorry. I don't have the follower notifications set up on this scene. But thanks for the follow.